Ladies and gentlemen, we are back.
Let's go. Let's go.
Episode 2, season 3. Here we are again, once again. How is everybody? How are you? We hope you're well. We hope you're safe wherever you are and listening to us ramble about the most random shit of all time. Thank you for the reception we've received about being back. It seems like everyone's excited except for my wife and Brent Smith. It seems like the only two people that are not excited that we're doing this again.
Why is Brent Smith not excited about this?
Oh, you didn't see his Instagram comment?
No,
all the work I've did, all the hard work I've done
he
to become
basically
unraveled.
said, all the hard work I've been doing is now ruined. Because we're like, we're on pop radio now, and we're on
trying to polish up John.
Yeah. Listen, it's gonna be John that does it, not me. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So
what if Shinedown got canceled because of John?
That would be wild.
Here's
the thing, though. This day and age, though, like
there's nothing I say that these guys have not said. I mean, obviously, some of the stuff you can't say on stage.
I was gonna say,
yeah, but here's the difference is like
I beat it.
It's not even that. It's not even that. It's the fact that like. We say like stupid stuff like in the dressing room. Like it's not like
we're also joking. Like this thing is like the stuff where it gets serious.
But that doesn't matter anymore.
About, like,
it doesn't matter anymore. There's no room for error anymore.
It's
like
there's crazy.
No one's joking anymore. Comedians aren't joking.
It sucks because comedian. Yeah.
There's a thing that I emailed Paul earlier, and funny enough, I texted Paul earlier, and funny enough, we'll just get straight into it. This will be a gripe. Why not? Make this a gripe right now. We don't have any structure anymore. We have no structure anymore. Make this a gripe.
You better watch out. You better be nice, or you might find yourself in Zach's gripes.
Man,
make it a grip.
Make it a grip.
Zach, your whole life is gripes.
My whole life is gripes. I've said this before on this podcast. I'm slowly becoming Larry David a little bit in the sense of like that. So I'm on Twitter, and like for some reason, like the only thing I think everyone talks about Elon Musk ruining Twitter. I don't think he necessarily ruined Twitter. I will say getting rid of the third-party apps is annoying because I used to use Echo Phone for Twitter, and I really liked Echo Phone. Now you can only use the X app / Twitter, whatever it is. So with that being said, I used to could see what people were tweeting me on Echo Phone. Now I can't really see when people mention me. I don't know how to see that. I'm also virtually a handicap when it comes to like that kind of social media. Like some of it I'm good at. Some of
like
it
Stephen Hawking handicap.
Yeah. So I don't go to an island with underage girls to have sex with them and make them do hard equations on chalkboards.
And you're assuming they're women. So
yeah, we don't know yet. We haven't gotten the full.
What
scope
a power move, though.
He's down there, his fucking Hornswoggle up there on a fucking desk. Just it's Brad Williams doing fucking the Pythagorean theorem.
We need to get Brad Williams. I wonder how many times Brad Williams. I wonder how many times Brad Williams has been asked if he was on the island, not like on the island like that, but on the island, as a victim. A victim.
You
on
remember
the
when
island.
he went after Peter Dinklage last year?
I don't think he went after him.
Peter Dinklage was like, "Stop! I hate being typecast and shit like Snow White and the Seven Dwarves." And Brad Williams was like, "Listen, motherfucker,
There's not a lot of dwarf parts around.
I want to be Snoopy, or if that I don't know what the fuck that is, the dog. I want to be Sleepy or whatever.
Imagine when Brad dressed as Snoopy though.
Yeah, that'll
be sick.
Sleepy.
You
look like Life Aquatic. Stop that. That look for you is just unreal.
You like that, dude?
That jacket. That you can hear that jacket.
Shorts on right now. Too.
Oh wow. That jacket.
Well, here's the thing.
Wow.
We had a bunch of snow. Thank you. Shout out to Das Bootleg. I don't want to give Das Bootleg too many shout outs because I don't want them to get shut down. But Das Bootleg is a site that on Friday posts bootlegs. And they take them down on Sunday, obviously, so they don't get sued.
So tight.
Yeah. There's a bunch of them I follow. Meth Syndicate's a good one. That's where I got my New Balance Nickelback hat.
That's where I got my Nicolas Cage face off battle.
Oh,
buddy.
yeah. Yeah. There's honestly, man, most of the other than Made Worn, most of the shirts I get now are from bootleg sites. They're way
Shout out to
cooler.
bootleg companies.
Shout out to
real.
bootleg vendors. We need more bootleg vendors.
Killer Cereal's another one that I buy a lot of stuff off.
Here's the thing.
My Airhead shirt and
do they do good quality shirts though?
Oh, Comfort Colors, yes.
Yeah, so that's what Das Bootleg does, which is why Mess Syndicate needs to step up the shirts quality a little bit.
They're a little rigid, very hazy.
Shout out to bootlegs though.
Yeah. Shout out to bootlegs. Bootlegs are what t-shirt companies should be making right now.
Correct.
Why doesn't Shinedown create their own bootlegs and kind of have a bootleg company sell it, but it's still.
I'm going to talk to Ken. That on the next tour, you guys need to bootleg yourself.
Just literally outside the show.
I'm not
cheaper
joking.
shirts.
Hire
$25.
Yes.
Dude, make a better shirt than the bootleggers. Sell them for $5 less than the bootleggers.
These people live.
Yes.
And just offer these people, hey, we're going to call the cops on you, but don't worry, you're with us. Be yourself.
make that just plot. Yeah, that's the plot for the next tour.
That's the plot, dude.
Spell the shit wrong. I think that's genius.
Yep.
I like that. I forgot anything that I was talking about before. The X thing. So on the X app now, there's two slides. You can just go to like what they think you might like, and then you're just your people who you follow. And I always make the mistake of not only just clicking on the people I follow. So somebody posted a thing the other day, and I believe Rockfeed talked about this last week or the other day.
I love that.
Somebody posted, it was like some like little like emo girl, and she was like, it's cancel architects forever, or it's fuck architects from now on, which is the band Architects. I first, honestly, I thought she was talking about like actual architects, like, she wanted a house built and they drew a fucking.
We don't need no fucking buildings.
She's anti Bob Vila right now.
I hate buildings. They're oppressive.
This old house.
Fuck Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Yeah, cool. Go live outside, you fucking cunt. Anyway, so
whoa,
no, I'm upset.
Okay, John?
This generation, dude, I'm upset. So it was like something like cancel architects or whatever, and I didn't know. And maybe this is my problem. I didn't know what they were talking about. I didn't know what this dude from Architects did, if he did anything. And I just commented, being funny, shut the fuck up, you nerd. Stop trying to cancel people who don't think like you. That's all I said. Well, it turns out the guy from Architects really didn't do much at all. It was, what's that fighter, Sean Strickland? Is that his name?
Yeah. He was the
just
champion.
lost the title.
Yep, he just lost the title. So he posted something about saying something about trans people. And then this guy.
Now, time out. Hold on. Sean Strickland is a psychopath. Like,
first
legit.
Off, CTE, probably big factor in this guy's life.
Legit, like, and he admits, like, trailer park trash.
Like Antonio Brown crazy.
Straight lighter, fucking wild. Like,
here's the thing. The truth is, I still don't even know what he said in the video. And I just replied to this because I was like, stop trying to the guitar player reposted the video as like something that he thought was funny.
Retweeted something that was tied to transphobic, or
he retweeted a Tim Pool tweet of Tim Pool tweeting out the Sean Strickland thing. So it's already fourth party information anyway. So this person like replies to me, and then like literally like 9 people retweeted it, who each have like 41 followers each. And like, they're all coming at me. And I'm like, listen, I go, first off, I didn't even know what this tweet was about. I'm just saying, like, stop trying to cancel bands just because they retweet something. It is the dumbest thing ever. And then the one girl, like the ringleader of all this, is like people are coming on like, dude, there's one guy who's like, yo, I don't like Shinedown, but like, listen to what this guy's saying. Like, he's not. And then they've called this guy a pedophile just because he stood up for me.
Hell yeah.
So I'm like, dude, here's what I guess what I'm trying to get to is, what are these little bubble boy or girl?
Everybody's soft, dog.
What are they going to do when they have to go out into the real world?
Bring back bullying.
And they mouth off to somebody like this, like they do on Twitter, because this isn't the real, like they live in this world that isn't real, and they mouth off to somebody and someone punches them in the fucking face.
They should bring back structured bullying, I think. Not like the hazing or like kicking the shit out of people. But like,
you guys watch
in middle school or high school, I was scared to not show respect towards the upperclassmen, or to not say anything stupid, again, that starts to home. And then you get to school, and then you kind of see like this gang type
mentality of like gang.
Hey, you fucking, we're the parents here, dog.
Yeah.
Did you guys see Hell Camp on Netflix?
I did watch the trailer for it though, and I do want to watch it.
I
It's highly recommended because it's like bad kids back in the 90s. Parents would spend a stupid amount of money, have their kids pretty much abducted, taken out into the fucking wild, and they'd have to survive
and do prison labor.
Like prison, like, hey, we're gonna fucking camp. You're gonna do shit and essentially break these kids into submission of like, hey, don't be an asshole. Like they need to do that with soft ass people, like adults, kids, everything, because it's anybody. And I can honestly say this: I'm 36 years old. I'm going to be 37 this year. Anybody under the age of 35 is fucking soft.
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah,
you're fucking soft. I guarantee you. Like 90% of you are soft.
Yeah, and you're more liberal than all of us.
Yeah. You're lucky you're still on this podcast.
I'm fucking, I'm surprised I haven't got it.
I mean, listen, I'm with you. Like, I don't like bullies. That's kind of why, like, I don't, everyone, like, I talk shit about everybody, right? Politically. So, like, when I talk shit about the left, which is way easy, right? People go, oh, you're a Trump guy, you're a Trump guy, you're a Trump guy. And, like, John knows this. Like, I don't know if I could dislike Donald Trump more just because I don't like bullies and I don't like assholes, right? It's just a thing in me. I was bullied as a kid. But I think, like John said, like, sometimes structured bullying maybe
is necessary.
It's just a weird, I don't know. It's
just not the real world that these kids can tweet their 43 followers and their 43 followers get behind them. Like, yeah, you're right. Like I saw someone like, I knew all of Shinedown was like this for a long time, but I never like realized. I'm like, first off, everybody in Shinedown loves everybody. I got no problem with trans people. I got no problem with dude. Be whoever you want to be. That makes you
as long
happy.
As you're not hurting somebody else.
As long as it doesn't hurt or infringe on what someone else's thoughts or what they want to do. I don't care. Like, dude, be who you want to be, man. Just because there's some of it out there that I don't understand, teach it to me. Don't just but like this whole like you disagree with me, you're a pedophile. I'm like. And then they're talking like, first off, who knows what they are, how old they are, but they're like, they talk all this mad shit. And I'm like, I thought you guys were like the party of like love and respect and all these things. I'm like, dude, if you put a pin in their little bubble boy or girl world, they start raccooning, dude. I mean, saying the meanest shit.
These are some people that talk shit playing Call of Duty, but the minute you're in a life or death situation, they cower like pussies.
It's just 100%. Again, it's not a real world scenario. Like
it's like Yelp in real life, like real life people, versions of mini Yelps.
You're yelling you're yelling into an echo chamber filled with the 41 people who think like you do.
Yeah, of bullshit queefs. It's all crap.
You say queef?
Yeah, queefs.
Dude, that word hasn't been. I haven't heard the word queef.
But that's
in a minute.
I love that word. But that's the thing is,
how often do you say that word that you love it? Like I love chocolate chip cookies. You love it.
I ate one earlier.
But no, so real talk. Oh my god,
a chocolate chip queef,
a chocolate goofy, or queefy.
John's gonna try to name the episode that.
Yeah, no, he is.
Chocolate chip queefy.
Chocolate chip queefy. I don't even, whatever. We're back. Episode 2, everybody.
Episode 2, everybody. We got in. We came in. Anyway, I texted Ronnie.
Coming in hot.
I texted Ronnie Racky and said, go ahead.
We'll have something like very like a central conversation. There are tangents for like 5 minutes. We'll go encompass everything. And then Auback circles back. Like, it's like, do we just all have a stroke?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. It's like the blackout. It's like the blackout portion of Billy Madison.
Radke, like, okay,
it's my dog.
I don't even know that dude's whole story. He did some shit, did time for it. Okay, whatever. Him sticking up and saying what he wants on the internet. If you're allowed to say whatever you want, you can't get pissed at a guy like Ronnie for saying whatever the fuck he wants.
Dude, I love it. I love Ronnie.
Free fucking speech. That's the thing that's beautiful about our country.
He's got receipts.
Guess what? You're allowed to have an opinion.
No, you're not.
In another country, you can't have. But that's the thing. Is like, guess what? China or wherever, like, you're not allowed to have your own. I
wish these people would go live in those fucking countries.
Fuck yeah, go live in Canada.
Legit. You don't like it here, and you don't like what people are allowed to say, then dip.
Yeah, no, but it's this echo chamber of bullshit that social media has created. It's like they can say it to this, like, again, it's like like 9 people like retweeted what I said in like in a negative way. And I was like, huh, but they all have like 5 followers. I'm like, I don't care, man. Like I was responding to you trying to literally cancel somebody because they retweeted something that someone else retweeted. We're in the fourth party realm now. You're not, and then they call that transphobic. And I'm like, and then here's the thing. They don't want the logical argument. And I think we've talked about this on here before. I'm not sure, but they don't want the logical argument. They don't want you to say what I say, which is tell me the Merriam-Webster meaning of what the word phobic means. And then you say that and you're like, who's afraid? No one's afraid. No one's afraid of trans. I mean, there's probably some assholes out there who are afraid of trans people in some weird way. Like,
right.
I don't know. Yeah. But who's afraid? Like, I'm not afraid. Like, nobody's afraid of this shit. Like,
No.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I just think that,
again, it's a word that was attached to something that the word, why not? If you, I don't think people are anti-trans. I think they just don't understand what it means. And if it's not for them, then go on. Who cares?
and again, like I said earlier, explain it to me. Like, because here's the thing, I don't need help understanding. I listen, man, I get it. I understand. I don't understand all of it, and I never will. And that's okay, because I am a cis or whatever the fuck they want to call it, stupid names, heterosexual male.
What?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Most of the time. Yeah,
Sure.
you know what I mean? So like, I don't explain it to me. And if I don't get it, I don't get it, but it's not for me to get. Guess what? I love girls. You don't get I mean, if you're a homosexual man, like you don't understand that either. Like, and I don't understand, like, it's okay. Like, we don't have to understand each other to respect each other, right?
Correct.
But if you want to be respected, come at people the fucking right way instead of this whole fucking raccoon in a corner bullshit, because I'm not going to fucking respect you if you're just like talking a bunch of shit just because I don't agree with your
And
opinion.
why can't we all just make fun of each other too, without coming across as like picking a
That's
side?
the people I love. You know what I mean? Like I've got a couple, I don't have 40 of them, but I got a couple friends who are trans. I got lots of friends who are gay. And it's like, dude, those people all have the best sense of humor about the shit. They're like, yeah, man, it's funny.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is, like, I got friends that are on the right side. I got friends that are on the left side. I believe that you should be allowed to carry your fucking guns. I believe, like, you can have different beliefs just because
you also believe that if you've got
doesn't mean you can't believe another thing.
Dude, the gun thing is wild for me, and I don't want to get too much into that because that will get me in trouble with our fans. But it's like, I feel like, because here's my thing about it, right? I have so many guns, right? And then I got friends who are hunters that look at me like, you don't hunt? I'm like, I love cooking. I love wild game. I love all kinds of wild meats. I can't look at something and kill it. That's just me, right? But I have a ton of guns. I love guns. And I'm not on this thing like, this is my right to have guns because blah, blah. No, I think I like it, so I should be able to have it. I'm not hurting anyone with it. Now, I'm also along the sides of that if I've had 2 domestic violence charges against my wife for beating her, I shouldn't be able to get a fucking gun.
Sure.
Now, that's my thoughts, right? There's people I know who would vehemently disagree with that, right? So like, it's just about respecting other people's opinions and saying like, hey man, it's okay to like different things or be into different things. Like, again, I'm a gun guy. I get if you're not. I respect that. And I understand why you're not. It's just about, again, like what John said, like, just respect each other. Like, dude, we've got one of our friend Brian Hardwick is gay and in this industry. Dude, the text messages between him and John that I've seen are some of the wildest shit ever.
Such a fucking unique, awesome.
Dude, doesn't give a fuck. Him and John will like say some of the gayest shit ever to him. Brian will be like, I left my door unlocked. I'll see you in 5 minutes.
Yeah, this is an open forum Facebook. His husband, what's his name? Brock.
Yeah.
He messaged me on Facebook going, hey, if I didn't know who you were, I'd be like, who the hell are you talking about like this? I actually, to kind of piggyback on that, I had Mina Caputo on Spirit Talk, and
which is a great episode, by the way.
Sick.
Singer of Life of Agony, transgender, went through everything. And so I did this whole thing, massive. We're talking over 250,000 views. And I got messages from people, a couple people going, I didn't realize Spirit Talk was so anti-trans and all this stuff. and I go, "Do you realize who I was just on the episode with?"
When
Like,
it was a
that's not the
trans,
point.
You know
probably
who
the
that
only,
is?
probably the only trans conversation you've had on any episode you've ever had was with a trans person, and they're like,
Correct.
"You're anti-trans."
Correct. And they were like, "Well,
How?
it's just not healthy to our what we believe." I go, "This is the person that's not the spokesperson because they're telling you like it is, and that's why you're mad."
And that, well, it's the problem too of right. Like if we don't understand it, it's bad. If we don't
And
understand,
she made that
if
decision
you ask
for
us a
herself,
question,
though.
yeah. If you ask us a question, you're bad. If you question anything we're doing, you're bad. You're the problem. You're anti. It's like, no, man, I'm just asking questions. I'm not anti anything. Dude, fuck it. I love everybody except for bad drivers, right? I don't care what you do. Like,
But who's usually a bad driver, though? Do you think
mostly women.
specific or?
I'm
Oh,
kidding.
that's gonna hurt this episode.
I'm kidding. People on their fucking
Oh, boy.
phones are the actual
The
bad.
worst.
Yes. And let's
Dude.
call it what it is: old people who can't fucking see. Like
Yet they
at a
run
certain
Congress.
point, you have to take a driving test. Like,
exclusively.
oh my god! Like,
I loved it that like I saw somebody tweet the other day like what's something that we all know but no one's talking about, and it's like that we try to take people's license away at a certain age, but yet these people exclusively run the government.
holy shit!
Correct. That's
People
why
of the
it's still
same
there.
age. I'm just kidding, by the way. My wife's a way better driver than I am. I think women are great drivers.
What
All right,
You know why
moving
they're
on.
bad drivers? Because they're always on their phones too.
Yeah, those are the people on their phones.
Oh fuck! Here we go. Well, this
John,
is
what
the
were you
last
gonna
episode,
say?
guys.
I
Sorry.
I took some notes.
Uh-oh.
For a
Can we
couple
see your
days.
notes real quick?
Yeah, can you show them to
Can you
us?
just show us your notes? Is that whose blood
He
is
cut
that?
himself. He cut himself
Oh
and then
my
just
God.
scribbled
No,
it
I
out.
was doing
Anybody
dishes
got
this
a
morning.
pen?
Yeah,
Zach's gone.
he never comes back.
Yeah, he's like, I'm leaving.
Bethany shoots him in the face. No, so
Yeah.
I was doing dishes this morning and I kind of wrote down. I had to grab paper towel. The closest thing was a red Sharpie, and I wrote down 4 things. That we don't have to maybe get into all of them.
Let's round table all of them, dude.
Yeah. So I was thinking, every time we're like in a show, like say Zach's the band shine down to the arena, 20,000, 10,000, wherever we are, how many of those people do you think are active, actual serial murders? Killers.
That's a great question. There was like that stat that came out years ago. It's like in an average human lifetime, they walk by 11 people who have murdered somebody. Or something
Right. Like how often do you think we're in
That's
Green
not
Bay.
a little amount.
No,
That's
we're
a
in Green
lot
Bay.
of fucking people.
Saturday night?
Oh,
you would
Green
pick
Bay,
15,000
dude. Jeffrey
people.
Dahmer might be there, bro.
It's right. Like, do you ever wonder why or like how the chances of you walking by a prolific murderer or serial killer that will never be found?
Dude, especially like when we're on tour with like Godsmack.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah. Bikers.
Dude, Shine Down, 5-Finger Death
Stained.
Punch, dude. Murderers.
Oh, you're to the brim.
Dude.
What
Them
about
together, and they got Shine Down and 5-Finger Death Punch tattoos together. I bet in every
Godsmack.
arena show,
shout out to the Knuckleheads? Is that their names? They're
I
the
think that-
Knuckleheads.
yeah, I think
Hell
so.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what. Here's the thing. I
mean, bring
I'm-
Bethany in here. She watches this shit all the time.
she
might have a-
does. She does. That's the thing about women is they just like watch it and then go do the thing.
Yeah.
Then they
They
get
figure it out.
terrified and they're like, "Oh my god, I watched this scary thing." It's like, well, yeah, no shit. Like,
I
Yeah,
watch
man.
Forensic Files.
I can't sleep without the TV on.
Schulz talks about on his special where he talks about his girl watches a show about somebody getting murdered in the park, and then she'll go, "All right, I'm going to go for a jog in the park."
Yeah. What?
It's like, yeah, that's so accurate, right? Like
Yep.
for like, but here's the thing about the it's happened, right? Like there's been a murder at our show for sure.
Yeah, no. So you're actually saying a murder happens at the show, or
No.
murderer-
There's been a murderer.
yeah. Oh, 100%.
They're just singing
Funny enough,
45, like
There's
Funny
a guy
enough-
that has slit someone's throat, probably ate part of his forehead, and blasts the words "second chance."
plain
Funny enough,
simple man in the
at
background.
one of our shows on the last tour, I gotta figure out how I can word this. a very, very
With
close friend
words.
of mine, a very close friend of mine, John, who you've met several times. His brother came to the show, who had been inside for a very long time for that very thing. And his
I think I know
brother,
what you're talking about.
his brother came to a show, and he's out. Oh, he didn't get. It was attempted, I believe, but yeah, he did the whole deal and
Do
he got
better.
out and-
Oh,
yeah, he's out, and he's been at the show. So there's at least one right there. I wonder.
that's a good question though.
Remember how last episode we talked about the X-ray glasses where you could see?
Yeah.
Message us anonymously if you've been to a show and you've murdered somebody. Please, is that a thing? Can we find out anonymously?
Can we? Yeah. Could you email us at suplifeadvice?
We won't out you. We
Tell
won't
us
out
what
you,
you're-
but let
tell
us
us
know.
Till
if
the
you have
government
murdered
gets
somebody.
involved and says, "Give us the email address of that person who sent that."
Hey, I ain't fucking snitching
Listen,
anybody out.
go
so
to the
go ahead and
local
just let us know.
library and email suplifeadvice@gmail.com.
From a safe computer that we can't track, and let us know if you've ever murdered somebody.
Go to
Yeah.
a relative that you don't like's computer.
Put the
And
VPN
email
in
us.
Croatia,
Or
Ukraine.
who would you murder? If you were to murder somebody, who would be your first pick? Give us your top three.
So I had that thought. Here's another thought here.
Okay, that's a good
What?
one. I like it. John.
Would you say, to kind of go along those lines, like when someone buys a house and it's old house that you don't know the history of the house per se, maybe
Yeah.
there was a murder there or just some crazy shit.
Yeah.
How do you think if the couple
Oh.
that bought this house is like having sex or doing something like questionable,
Oh no, this is.
do you
gonna
think
be
the
a John thing.
spirit of that
Yeah,
old
that'd be-
owner of that house was like watching going, are you fucking serious? Like literally, are
this
you,
is close.
my grandmother built this out of an oak slab and you are
eating ass?
You were doing the Texas Roadhouse chimney sweep on these old Civil War timbers. Like how
Listen,
goes?
my great grandfather didn't build this house with his bare hands to watch you eat Texas Roadhouse cinnamon butter off of your wife's
Up in this
asshole.
girl's titties. Yeah.
4 butt fucks ago. Like do you think like how often do you think ghosts are what would that could a ghost react that way and just be like, what's going on right now?
Horny ghost. Dude.
Horny ghost watching fucking he's just stroking himself on some 1960s veneer couch.
What? I have a question. This was when you were doing the dishes?
Yeah, this is like probably 9:30 this morning.
Yeah. What?
Drinking coffee.
Dude, these thoughts shouldn't come in at 9:30 in the morning. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like
I think I'm a vessel for the unknown. I'm a conduit for this stuff.
You're something for sure. I'm a vessel for the unknown.
We like say like a
I don't even know
house
what to
or
say,
like
dude.
uh
I'm a
the house
vessel
is,
for
like,
the
been around for
unknown.
years. Yeah, it's like had different odors, and the ghost is like floating around, smoking a cigarette, watching this couple go out, going, "Fuck, another couple, another bunch of animals."
Yeah, especially for these now with all these Airbnbs, dude.
Right. At one point, the ghost gets restless.
There's some Civil War general right now just watching interracial couple just fucking.
Oh yeah, he's like,
Bang.
"Fuck, man."
He's pissed.
There's people probably
I'm not
watching
even
two
going
couples
there.
larping
Oh,
as him
boy.
fucking each other.
Dude,
They take down our fucking statues, and now I gotta watch this shit. Like,
there's some
not
racist,
stoked.
some racist guy in Florida who's just like watching like Bang Bros just film like an interracial like couple just fucking just
Yes.
going at it right now, just losing his mind.
Just, yeah.
It's fucking
Oh,
a van full
Your
of
hands are
whatever.
your hands are flying off the Ouija board at this point, dude.
Oh, fuck
it's
yeah.
not-
Fuck.
it's
You
so-
wonder,
All right.
like it's like the as
I don't, John.
as like the Johnson is going into
the Johnson.
into the holes. You think the ghost kind of like floats up near, just like stares at it. It's just like he like rides it in, like rides the fucking.
What is happening?
oh my.
He rides it in.
The ghost.
I don't think they
spirit,
can
rides
shrink.
the hot queef air out.
Okay,
And, like,
all right,
back into
all
the room.
right, all right. I'm signed out at Hot Queef Air. It's like, what else do you have, John?
The other thing,
Yeah, you got
never
anything
talked
else?
about like what happened last year, the submarine imploding.
Oh yeah,
Like that happened. That was I think that was probably one of the craziest things that happened last year, in terms of like global
stupidity.
Like, yes, insanity. Stupid insanity.
I've been obsessed with the Titanic since I was really little.
That's your
like I remember going to the pyramid before it was the Bass Pro Shop, and they had like a exhibit where you could go like see all the stuff. Always been obsessed with the Titanic, right? But here's the thing, and that was in the 80s.
I think that was the first movie I like jerked off to like titties.
What?
I think that was the first movie I like jerked off to titties, like seeing titties like on a movie.
Oh,
so
Titanic
dark.
the movie.
Yeah.
That's so dark.
Rose, she's got some nice tatas, my guy.
You know what happens in the movie, right?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. That was when we had VHS.
So you had to like rewind it.
Oh, I had 2 tapes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
2
yeah.
tapes.
It was
Correct.
2 tapes. That was like the first. That and Forrest Gump were like the
Braveheart had 2 tapes.
Yeah, 2 double.
Godfather
double.
1 and 2.
Oh, yeah.
Here's my theory on this, and I would like to. I was obsessed with Titanic, but that was in the 80s, dude. It's 2023. Like at this point, when they did it, we have high def photos, man. There's a James Cameron documentary on this.
Yeah.
Like, why do you need to go down there, dude? First off, all right,
What are you looking for?
you get in this thing, right?
Ghost.
First off, you show up. Ghost sex. Horny ghosts. We're on the search for horny ghosts.
They're down there watching that thing implode, going, "Woo! We got more of us."
Dude, we need to start a show.
I'm joining the party.
We need to start a show called Horny Ghost Hunters.
Oh my.
Where you get hard, you wet the top of your dick and stick it into a room and see what happens.
You just walk around with a dildo and a pocket pussy and just see who starts jerking it off or fingering it. Oh, this is fun.
Well, this has been the final episode of the Seemingly Unknown podcast. Here's the thing. All right. You pay all this money. Also, by the way, I'm not completely null to the fact that I think this guy just like wanted to commit suicide and leave his family a bunch of money. So he's like, all right, everybody's got to pay $250,000. He's like, I know we're going to die, but the money's already in my account. It's like, this is the most interesting way to commit suicide. You knew you're like, dude, okay. You
Who
show
said they
up.
died though? Who
Take
says they're
people
even
down
on
with
it?
you. Literally.
So you show up and you're an idiot. You show up and you see this vessel and you get in and there's like a Radio Shack PlayStation controller.
Hell
Hey,
yeah.
who was playing GoldenEye in this thing?
Dude. Bro, you show up and you're like, all right, yeah, Castlevania, let's go. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand like how you show up and you're like, yeah, this is the Mario Paint controller. Like, why are we this?
Right.
We're going down miles below
Yeah.
the surface of the ocean, and you have, dude, this thing's not even made of metal. Dude. It's not even a real PlayStation. It was like a Radio Shack PlayStation controller. Hold on. I don't know if people know what it looks like, but we can put it in there. What it
Well,
looks
they
like,
actually showed a picture, I think, of it, right?
Yeah.
There were pictures of the inside. It literally looked like a Nintendo 64 controller coming off a TV that actually had the dual VHS player on it.
Yeah. It was the one that your cousin had that like it wasn't a real PlayStation.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
It's the one your mom made you move every couple of years that weighed 700 pounds.
Yeah, dude, for sure. But here's the thing. Like, to me, I just, it's weird because he's like, again, I think this was like a total suicide mission. Like, I feel like he's like, I'm gonna get all this money and then I want to kill myself anyway. And I'm gonna leave all this money. It's almost like he's like Batman meets Robin Hood. You know what I mean? He robs from the rich, but he just gives it to his family. But he also is a vigilante and just murdered 5 people.
He's his own Robin Hood.
If only in history there was a tale about a giant vessel going down in the ocean that could warn us about what could happen. It's the irony of it, right?
Literally, like it's like, was he trying to film a sequel?
If only there was in history there was a story of a vessel that went down, and I just don't understand.
The my last note here. We should talk about like our algorithms on Instagram and like whoever fucking watches that. It's ridiculous,
Dude. It's just me
but
and
like
you.
I've been
It's just me,
getting
you, and
ones where,
Maddie
like,
just sending horrible things back and forth.
I've
to
been
each other.
watching these reels where it's like a lot of them come through like obviously sex related because that's all everyone ever sent me, and it's in other topics. But
horny people.
it's like all like fleshlights and shit. So it got me thinking.
Oh no.
Would you, if you're say you're the world shut down again and you can't all deliveries, you can't get any Amazon deliveries, you can't go to the stores, you gotta be in your house for like 6 weeks, you're super horny, no one to have sex with. What are you using to make your own fleshlight at home? Paul, what do you think?
Oh man.
Like I was thinking like a paper towel roll for sure.
Okay, what do you put inside of it?
I was thinking maybe like lettuce leaves.
See, I was going towards the meat department, like some turkey, ham, like, you know.
You're not trying to make it look like it. You're trying to make it feel
Yeah,
like
not.
Yeah,
I know, but what, you know.
What feels like it? I pictured lettuce just because it had like that kind of texture, like maybe scrape your
moisture,
cock.
the moisture.
Yeah. But what do you like? What do you?
I don't. You know
I don't
those
know.
things that my kids have them. They're like real soft and they have like beads inside them. You squeeze them and they slip out of your hands all
like
the time.
yeah.
Oh, like the stress reliever.
You
No. It's like a
like, Dad, why is this all sticky?
Look,
Love
Dad,
it.
more brothers.
He's just shoving it on his fucking head.
I
Yeah.
love that at this exact moment my kids are trying to get in
Yeah.
this room right now.
Just throwing it against the wall. It's just
Look at all my
sticking.
brothers as they drop on the
What?
floor.
I cannot.
Come on
open
in.
the
We
door.
got to
I'm
ask
sorry.
you a question.
Yeah, those things. They're like the little squeak. You know what I mean? They're like little
Oh,
soft.
you would see.
Yeah,
Have
dude,
you?
that
All
would
right, let's
feel-
call it what it is. Zach,
It's a kid's flashlight.
have you?
No.
You're going to walk into the room and find Ollie and Avery just playing Chinese finger trap with that thing.
Did I tell you guys what I saw Avery doing?
Oh God.
Oh boy. Is it still up there?
It's right outside the door. So
Bring him in.
so I think I've talked about this before on here, but I don't. We took a
You're
year
gonna
off, so-
you're gonna get canceled for talking about your kids on the podcast.
So last year, a couple years ago, we have those massage guns, right? And he calls it the Rubback.
Oh God.
He hasn't done this in a while, but you would
no.
the Rubback would be missing,
Of course.
and you would go,
Of course.
and in our bedroom, the door would be locked, and you just hear this thing, and so you're like, "Hey man, like unlock the door right now." So he'd come to the door and go, I was just charging it. And he would just sit there and like legit Al Bundy, just watch TV and just have, but those things are rough, right? Just sit there and just have this thing sitting there on his little tiny little wiener. And then, so this is literally like, I don't know, 2 days ago or whatever. I go in, he wanted to take a bath in the morning. And I was like, all right. I was still asleep. I was like, go run a bath. So he goes and gets in our bathtub. Our bathtub takes an extremely long time to fill up. So it's been like 15 minutes, still hear the water running. I like go in there and he's like laying towards the water with his thing, like with letting the water, one of those big, long overflow. He's like letting it hit. And this thing is just standing up, right? So I said, hey, what are you doing? He goes, I'm running a bath. Get out of here. Stop looking at me. He's 5 years old, by the way. He's 5. And I'm like,
That is
man. And like, you don't want
alarming. You're a kid for sure.
you don't want to like, here, boy, you're all boy. You don't want to like tell, like, you don't want to be like, hey, don't do that. Cause like, I don't want them to like think it's like a bad thing. You know what I mean?
You're like, no, let me show you how to do it properly.
No. Yeah. No, dude, you got to get the handheld one.
yeah.
You got to get the
gotta do this
handheld
right.
one, bro. Yeah.
You see
No,
about
it's-
the pond fishing with it? It's like, oh
Yeah.
God.
So speaking of that's my Avery thing. That's what he did, which is a little.
Have
Wow.
you changed parenting from this third kid down from the previous two?
Yeah. Good question.
No, I don't think he's not really old enough to parent.
It's still baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's still a baby. So, Yeah, he's not old enough to parent, but like, yeah, there's definitely things that like, you know, I find myself doing differently with him. Like, but I think I grew a lot from Molly to Avery too. Like I've learned like my dude, I tell you what, I'm very proud of myself for and gotten very good at my patience now for like stressful situations when it comes to my kids is so high. Like, and it did not used to be. It was not high for a long time. And I would be like, I got to go to the other room and just sit on the floor for a second and like cool out. And now like I got it down pretty good. Like I think I can handle it pretty well. So
Interesting.
yeah. But kid, man, you know, it's weird that he's 5 and he's, you know, finding ways to make his wiener.
Sex addict. Yep. For sure.
Sex addict. Well, I mean, okay.
Oh, anyways.
Anyway.
What Paul, what's up with you? What
do you got
what's
going on,
trends in merchandising lately on the road?
Well, nothing really, to be completely honest with you. But yeah, my life is very uneventful. Have a lot of things in the works so that once
You're retired,
I get it,
you don't tour with bands anymore. You
correct,
pretty much broke up Rage Against the Machine.
I
Yep.
did break up Rage Against the Machine. That was an inside job.
Here, can we
And
ask
I
you this now?
successfully-
Since they're not a band, can we ask you this? You were backstage on that tour.
Yes.
Were they ever around? First off, I guess would be the obvious question.
Yeah. Yes. I encountered them a couple times. But it was very much they came in, you know, privately, all separate in their own car services, went to their own dressing rooms. So it was always like in passing. It was never like they were hanging out for a long time before or after the show. It was once they were off stage, gone.
Who had the biggest posse?
Probably Tom. No, Tom or Zach. Zach had a lot of like, because they don't really talk. They don't hang out. So Zach had a lot of like, I don't know, cousin, brother, whatever, whoever. A lot of younger kids around. So,
But with their live energy, when you brought us to that Toronto
and
show,
they also had
like,
their kids.
it was fucking unreal. The tension in the room.
It was when that band walked on stage.
It was
and
fucking.
said-
You could feel. You could taste it.
Dude, when they walk on stage and it's just that red, the video wall was all red. He said,
So
"We're Rage Against the
tight.
Machine from Los Angeles, California." Right
Ooh.
now, I can feel it,
Goosebumps.
dude. It's
Yes.
like,
Do you
It
think
was-
Do you think that show is that good because they don't talk and get around with each other? Like, how does that translate?
No, I think it's just the fucking energy, man. And you don't realize how many bangers that band has. Like,
Well,
you're
no,
like,
in terms
oh,
of their dynamic
fuck, like,
together, like pre-show, if they're not hanging out together,
I
how does it
don't know.
translate?
I think
that's a
they're
good
only the
live
one. I
show.
think they're one of the only bands that can fool all the people all the time because they really don't talk. You know, I mean, here's the thing.
Those
It's-
dudes don't. Now, I don't want to say too much, but those dudes don't hang out. And if you didn't watch the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, like,
Well, only
one
Tom
of
was
them-
there.
Yes,
Yeah.
only one of them was like, "Yeah, I'll take the award." Like everybody else is like, "No, fuck that." Like, because if you think about it, like that's not what the band ever was supposed to be. So
No,
like,
the band
I
was a
kinda
movement,
get why-
and the fact that the band even lasted as long as it did is kind of shocking to me because it was like
yeah,
this was this was our Bob Dylan in a way. This was our Joni Mitchell. This is our Neil Young. You know, like
Mhm.
war cry songs about what was going on in the world. Now, I feel like a little bit Tom maybe forgot what the machine actually is. Not
sure. Yes.
I'm not trying to be on blabbermouth right now, but like, listen, man, just because it's one side, like everything's the machine, dude. Especially right now, it's all the
Mhm.
machine.
But I don't think it's their
Sure.
fault that other political parties or entities hijacked what they interpreted. That
Oh,
band
100%.
as.
Like, dude, there was that meme going around being like, blah, blah, blah. They support whatever. Tom DeLonge. What's his last name?
Morello.
Morello?
Tom Morello was like, said something. He was like, this band supports this. Is like, I'm never going to listen to this band again. It's like, what machine did you think we were raging against? Like, it was like, how do you
Yes.
not know what this band is? Listen, here's the thing. We live in a world where people cannot separate
Art.
art from idea. And
Yeah.
I can and always have, and always, again, I've said this on this podcast. And it was on Blabbermouth. I vehemently disagree with Eddie Vedder on like 80% of political topics, most of the time.
Sure.
I'm going to go see Pearl Jam every time.
Well, fuck
I
yeah.
will sit in a room with Eddie
That's
Vedder.
fine.
But But
and
I'm
that's
saying, like,
okay.
But we live in a world where people don't do that anymore. You know what I mean? It's like, it's so annoying that there's like, well, you voted for this guy. I can never listen to your band again. I'm like, dude, I don't care who Bruce Springsteen voted for, or if he said Donald Trump will never.
Same with you
ever,
too. I don't care.
Yeah, dude.
Or
Well, you
fucking
choose.
Still
you
gonna go
choose-
watch him when he comes
Here's
to
the
town.
thing. You choose
Roger
not-
Waters.
Roger Waters. He's a little bit wild for me, but
But I fucking love Pink Floyd. And
Yeah, but I
won't
love
stop
Pink Floyd.
listening.
Here's the thing about U2. They're not so much political as they are worldly. They want the world to be in a better place. You know what I mean? Like they want to get rid of AIDS and they want to get rid of hunger.
I agree with that.
You know what I mean? They're not. It's not like I choose this political. Like, dude, you know that band's shown up to the White House with a Republican president, with a Democratic president. They're more world peace and love. You know, they're kind of like a weird space hippie. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I've toured with bands that have played the inauguration.
yeah, yeah.
You are like,
I'm friends with a band that played the inauguration.
Like, it doesn't. People are like, how can you tour? Because I don't give a fuck. That is
And
what
also,
they
like,
believe in.
Also, like,
I believe it's like it doesn't. I'm still doing my job.
yeah, but we're so black and white now to where it's like you don't know how these people grew up to go. This is how they think, and this is what they think is. They like this person because this is how they grew up, and this is what they think is best for this country, right?
Also,
guess
who
what?
cares?
Also, who gives a fuck? That's what I'm saying. Like, who cares, dude? I've said this from the beginning. Like, if voting changed anything, it would be illegal at this point. You know what I mean? Like,
And
they ain't gonna give us that kind of power, dude. There's no way. And I'm not saying listen. And I'm a sucker, and I'm a mark, and I go vote every single time. And last time I went and voted, John was at my house and said 17 people showed up at my house to do random jobs.
Witnessed a onslaught. It's like we're being invaded at the southern border in Texas. With a bunch of people that are cutting through Zach's property.
Yeah.
Oh my god. With that being said,
yeah, Paul, give it to us, baby. It's been a while.
Paul reads the news. Paul reads the news.
Yeah.
Slowest. Ready for this?
Yeah.
Slowest ticket sales in a decade for Coachella 2024.
Which is
even
weird.
with No Doubt, huh?
Have you seen that lineup? That lineup is trash. I know.
I'd go for No Doubt.
6 people on that.
Deftones.
But honest to God, I know maybe 6 artists, and my buddy Chris was like, "Oh no, you know this person? Nope, don't.
No,
you know this
dude,
person?
Here's
Nope,
the thing,
don't.
though. All
You know
those
this?
all those big festivals lately, and like I don't mean to sound like I'm only 40. I'm not that old. Like I don't want to sound get off my lawn, but like Coachella, Bonnaroo, all the Lollapaloozas, I'm like, I'll look at, dude. There's times I forgot which Lollapalooza lineup it was. I looked at the headliners and I was like, I have never heard one song by any of these headliners,
right? Or at least know enough to say how they were on the song. Yeah.
No, there was one year where I didn't know one. I'd never heard of one of these bands, and then I'd see bands I'd heard of way lower in the lineup.
Low. That's why it's crazy. Like they're like, oh my god, Coachella ticket sales are trash. Yeah, because who the fuck are all these people?
Because bring back Outkast. You know what I'm saying?
You bring that. That is the type.
Have you heard Andre 3000's new album?
I love how trippy it is, dude.
Yeah,
weird,
dude. I tell you what.
Weird.
Hey,
it's
get a
super
massage.
But I
to
like
it.
it. It's his creative freedom, right?
Get a massage. Get a massage.
That's what
to
he
it.
wanted to do.
It is a massage record, dude. I watched an interview with him that was really fascinating. And it was I think it was GQ. And he starts talking about they're at a laundromat and they're like, you come to this laundromat? He's like, yeah, me and my son come here all the time. He's like, do you have a washer?
So
like, do you have a washer and dryer at your house? He's like, yeah. He's like, but this is culture. Like, this is where I learn about things. There's this old lady that always comes here that I talk to.
People watch you. Yes.
Yeah, he's like, he brings his flute with him and he goes out in the alley after, while his laundry's getting done and plays the flute, right? And gets inspiration. But he starts talking about this thing, like the same thing, like it makes me realize like how selfish we are as a consumer of music and a lover of music and someone who appreciates art. Cause he goes, I get all these people coming to me going, why is Outkast not doing this? Why is Outkast not doing this? We need you now more than ever, especially with the political climate and everything that's going on. We need this music. And he said this thing that hit me really hard. He goes, I think people think that I'm just like holding these raps hostage. He's like, that I just like got all these raps. And he goes, I don't have raps like that anymore. He's like, man, I'm 50 years old. He's like, what am I going to rap about? Getting a colonoscopy? He's like, he's like, I don't have, he's like, I'm not this
Respect.
young. And he's like, I'm not this young and hungry dude. I'm like, man, like, I respect that so much. Cause listen, Outkast, top 5 group for me ever. In
One of
any,
the greatest
any
of all
genre
time.
of music.
Yes.
No,
Top
favorite
3 for me.
Favorite,
Yeah.
Andre 3000 is my favorite rapper ever. Outkast is my
Mm.
favorite rap group ever. And Outkast as a whole, in any band, artist, shape, or form, is in my top 5, right? That's why Bombs Over Baghdad plays every night before Shinedown goes on stage. Like, me and Eric are huge Outkast fans. And Barry too.
Sure.
So yeah, I just thought that was an interesting thing that he said that. It's like, and it makes me realize like how selfish we are as a consumer, right? To be like, well, why don't they? And it's like, these people are at different points in their lives, man. They don't want to go, it's kind of like, why don't you make the Sound of Madness again? It's like, oh, that's not where I am anymore.
Rick Rubin said something interesting the other day too, of like, he's like, I want to produce something that I want to produce. I'm not doing it for the fans.
Yeah.
I'm not like, I don't want people to write a record for the fans. I want people to write a record
That's a
for
great
themselves.
quote. He basically
And
says,
it-
we make
yes.
art for us.
For us. If
And
you
we
like
hope
it,
you like
cool.
it.
But
if
that's
you
not
don't,
why we do it.
if you don't make the art, and I feel that way. I feel hopefully that's
Rick
why
Rubin's
people
a
think,
G.
I think hopefully that's why people think our records are still good. The people who do think that they're still good. Like, I hope that's why they think that, because we make records for ourselves. I want it to affect someone. I want it to touch someone at a time where they feel like nothing else can touch them and they are in the darkest place of their
Unless
life,
it's
right?
John.
I want our message to be that thing, but make no mistake, I'm doing this because I'm in the darkest place I've ever been. You know what I mean? Like, I'm doing
And-
this thing to help me and help
I
my
like when,
friends.
Metallica did that record with Lou Reed, Lulu, and people were like, fuck Metallica. I'm never listening to this band again. Where's the old school Metallica? They were all like, dude, we're just doing it with something we wanted to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
You don't have to like it. You don't have to consume it. This
We've
is
made
for
records
us.
for you. You know what I mean? We've made
Correct.
records for you. So yeah.
So when it comes to touching people,
Literally.
John, I got this for you. Kevin Spacey heading to HorrorCon after acquittal. Now,
I read this
you're
today.
a big horror fan.
yeah.
horror,
You know,
he said.
horrors.
Horror.
Horror. What is your take on that?
I mean, if you're supposed
Acquitted?
to,
He was
if you're
acquitted.
supposed to, if you're supposed to trust the court of law, and you can't pick and choose when you believe in the court system. So I don't. The problem I have with everything associated with him is not necessarily the act, because I don't know enough about the act, like the age, like I don't know enough about that to know what happened. What's weird is that I think 2 or 3 of those cases, the victim died before I went to court.
Mm.
Somebody sent me a 4-article thing in a square
Yeah.
that was like victim, and it looked very much like a Clinton thing. But
I just
is
don't
that
know-
real?
I'm pretty sure there's 2 or 3 of those victims for those cases had passed, like, were died mysteriously or whatever before the court stuff happened.
Is
And
that
obviously
do you,
that stuff
do
is
you think
thrown
that's
out.
real though? Because I mean, the Clinton thing is like absolutely true. Like,
Well,
listen,
yeah,
I'm not
the
saying they
Clinton
did it.
conspiracy.
I'm just
Um,
saying, like, there's a lot of things out there that are like, yo, these
There is the Kevin Spacey
coincidences
is so weird.
only go so far.
Yeah, the Kevin Spacey thing is just because remember he was on the Tucker Carlson podcast where he filmed as Blair Underwood, the president, a couple
Yeah,
months
yeah,
ago
yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
And the people are like, this is such a weird approach to the stuff he was saying. I don't know. Like,
Oh
I
wow,
love
this
him
is
as an actor.
this is 100% accurate. Three Kevin Spacey's accusers have died.
so there's when you want to look at the power of corruption and go down the rabbit hole of Epstein Island and stuff like that, it's like people have money to cover up some shit. So I'm not saying that per se with Kevin, but if he's acquitted, then I don't know. I don't have to enjoy him anymore. I'm not actively going to look at his movies. I'm not.
Would you
Go shake
go
his
meet him
hand,
at a
I'm not
horror
gonna-
con though?
I don't care that I don't care that he does that. He's acquitted.
What do you think about OJ?
Yeah, I mean, I just think it was a great actor. Loved him a Naked
One
Gun.
of the greatest psychopath killers, though, in Seven.
Oh
How
yeah,
many OJs do you think
Like,
have been to a Shinedown show?
I don't know.
A lot.
You know what's crazy too is like I love House of Cards. I think House of Cards is a great show.
That
Yeah.
those seasons.
Well, that's why they
man,
killed
with
his
him as,
character.
like,
Yeah,
Fantastic.
because
What-
I didn't watch the season where she was president. I was like, no, I can't do that.
I watched it just because I once I start something, I gotta finish. What else you got, Paul?
That's fair. Man, this is gonna be a heated one. Let's talk about the Oscars, huh?
Dude.
Like Oscar nominees.
Let me tell you.
And
Let me tell you. We
Woo-wee.
talked about irony earlier.
females are pissed.
Let me tell you the irony of
Maytel is
movie-
pissed.
a movie about a female doll. And the whole movie is about how we live in this horrible patriarchy of men. And then the man gets nominated for an Oscar and the Barbie doesn't get nominated for an Oscar. Oh, I wore the pink hat today just because I thought you were going to bring this up. Listen,
what's the problem?
Keep in mind, I haven't seen this movie, so
I believe
I
I don't want to speak out of turn here. I believe the Mattel board of directors.
Oh, here we go.
Well, I'm just saying they made this movie about we live in this patriarchy and men are so bad. If you by the way, the movies, I loved the movie. I thought the movie was great.
Well done.
And like very visually, really good.
Great cast. Right? Great hogs.
So, but they make this movie about this patriarchy and it's all men do everything and women aren't blah, blah, blah. And obviously Barbie's a Mattel. Let's see, there's one.
there's a lot of awards that they're up for. I'm looking right now. Like Barbie's up for a ton of awards.
Original song.
There's 11 people.
Like,
There's 11 people on the board of directors at Mattel. Does anyone want to guess how many of them are women?
0.
10.
5. 5 are women.
split the difference, John.
So
Damn it.
0.
They need to revote that shit.
And then I saw Ryan Reynolds come out. Is it Ryan Reynolds or who Ryan Gosling?
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
Who I love, but came
Dreamboat. That dude is can do
so
that. That dude's
handsome.
dreamy as fuck.
So
La La
handsome.
Land, The Place Between the Pines.
Dude. Drive.
Oh.
Dude, Drive.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Blade
movie.
Runner.
What a
The
G.
sequel.
Just
Yeah.
great. Just
Oh,
a great
yeah?
actor. But he came out and said something about it too. And I'm like, bro, I get you got to do it. But I'm like, listen, I don't know why she didn't get nominated. I thought it was a little silly. But to me, slightly funny that Ken got nominated for the
Can we talk
Barbie
about real
movie.
quick? Two of the hottest people on the planet, in my opinion, in
100%.
one movie.
100%.
And John
yeah.
Cena.
John Cena's
John
also
Cena's in
movie.
it?
Yeah. You
Also,
should've
what
seen
it did for Matchbox 20 with putting the push
Yeah.
song in there, like just
Oh, is that in
reinvigorated. Yeah, like reinvigorated this like 30-year-old song almost.
Hell yeah.
25 years old, whatever it is. Yeah, I thought it was funny. I just like, I don't know. People bitch about the Oscar nominations no matter what. Dude,
Who
people
even-
bitch to
I
me
don't
more
even
about Grammy nominations than I've ever bitched. I don't care about the Grammy nominations. People are like, why aren't you guys
wanna
nominated?
see-
I'm like, I don't care.
How about the iHeart? What's that coming up?
Yeah, April 1st, I believe, in Vegas.
Yeah, people are gonna keep voting. You get 100 votes a day on every category.
I think you can't vote for hours. I don't think. Can you?
It's fan vote, isn't it?
Sanjay's up for photographer.
Yeah.
of,
You guys got Dead Don't
As
Die
he should be.
we got
album, right?
we got nominated for Song of the Year, Dead Don't Die, which makes me feel
Yep.
very great. And we got nominated for Rock Band of the Year. Here's the thing. I believe Jelly Roll is going to crush all of these categories. But here's the thing about our friend, Jelly Roll. And I'm going to talk to him. I'm going to talk to him about this too. Here's all the categories he was nominated in. Are you ready?
He's
for
gonna
this?
crush.
He's going to crush. We're up for 2. He is up for so many things. He's up for let's see, Country Song of the Year, I believe. No, not Country Song of the Year. Wait, this is last year. This has to be last year. 2023, yeah. I'm looking for 2024. All right, yeah, 2024.
Well, 2024 hasn't happened yet, right?
Yeah, well, this is what's coming up. So he is up.
God.
He is up for Best Fan Army, Swifties, of course. Who else would it be?
Yeah.
Let's see all the awards that Jelly Roll is up for.
Most toxic fandom, Swifties.
Let's see. Where is his at? Sorry, this is taking so long. Never mind. They're not on here. This doesn't make any sense.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
Zach, pull it together. He's up for a lot of awards.
He's
and
up
gonna
for
win
he's up for
lot
a ton of awards, but it's like He's like up for best country artist, best rock artist, best new country artist, best new. I was like, listen, man, just take the new ones. Give us the, like give us
leftovers.
give us rock band of the year, even though we're going up against like, I forgot who we're going up against. Like
Ryan Gosling.
yeah, he's up for best new country artist. He is up for country artist of the year. He's not up for best song. But he is up for, let's see, I found them all now. So let's see. Not even up for country song. I thought he was up for country song. He's up for best new pop artist. He's up for best rock song against us. Yeah, dude, he's up for like 7 things. So like, listen, Jelly Roll, and best rock artist. So he's up for best country artist, best pop artist, best rock artist. Just why do you, dude? Listen. Part of me, if we don't win, I hope he clears everything. I hope he wins best new pop, best new rock, best country, best new country. I hope he wins 10 awards. He's only up for like 7, but I hope he wins 10. All right, what else you got news, Paul?
I mean, that's really. Did you hear the severed pig head that went into the pit at a show recently?
No.
A legit severed real life pig head was thrown into a pit at a show.
Let me guess, Slaughter to Prevail?
No, I don't remember.
They're trying to cancel that band too.
Yeah.
He's conservative. He escaped a communist country, and now he's labeled as
Martyrdom is the name.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, just a severed pig head. Like, I mean, Watain is another black metal band.
Yeah.
Would pour legit goat's blood all over themselves. Like
Behemoth.
Keep a live, or not live, a dead goat.
Are there any black metal bands?
I'm sure there is a Native American black metal band, and I'll try and remember the name of it. Fucking sick.
Hold on.
There should be like a
Black
white metal
Braid,
band.
or let me see.
All black dudes. All black dudes singing white metal.
Black.
Dude, you know how weird it is to type in Native American black metal band?
Yes, it's a real thing.
Blackbird.
That was my username in high school.
Blackbird. Thank you.
I don't know. Yeah. Black Braid. Sorry, Black Braid.
It is Black Braid. Okay. That band rules.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. I'm looking at them
but
right
yeah.
Now. The last thing I want to talk about is like, this is a sports thing, but like, we just found out this week that the Bucks, who are second right now in the NBA,
you have the Celtics.
Yep. Let's see what their record is at the current time that we're recording this podcast. The record is 30-13. That is exceptionally well.
Right?
And they fired their coach.
Just crazy.
I believe Adrian Griffin.
Why? Because they're losing a game every now and then?
I don't think that. I don't think that's it. I think that here's what I think. I think we pay these players millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. And listen, I don't care what players say politically or whatever. Like you're a star. You have a platform. Tweet out whatever you want to tweet out. But I think in the locker room, we give them. And I've always been a proponent for players being involved in GM decisions. Like I think Aaron Rodgers was 100% correct when he said, "Hey, I know I'm just a quarterback, but I should have a little bit of say in who I'm throwing the ball to." I agree with that. When you have a coach that's winning games for you, the players have too much power when the coach gets fired. Because I don't know. Listen, this is me telling tales outside of school. I don't know. This is a player thing. Like, there's no way.
Reach out to our buddy.
There's no. I did actually. I texted him. Kent wants to go to the game tomorrow, and I said, "Hey, do you need a coach?" So I believe they did hire Doc Rivers, which is one of my favorite NBA coaches.
Oh, I didn't see that. Is that today?
Great.
Here's
hire.
the thing, though.
Great hire.
They're paying 3 coaches right now. They're paying Adrian Griffin coached 43 games, and he's getting paid $20 million for coaching 43 games. That's the job.
Like, what are you coaching at that level too? Especially with that team. Like,
that's the job.
Get the ball to Giannis. All right, $20 million.
Yep. That's the job right there.
Is coaching over? Do you think they overpay for coaching in all professional sports?
I think they do, in the sense of like, we live in this world now where I feel like players
like Spoelstra in Miami
Dude, that's great.
they pay
But here's
them
the
after
thing: you have to get coaches, you have to get players to buy in.
correct.
And I
which
feel like
think is
because of
makes him a
social
great
media
coach.
and all this bullshit, players aren't able to be coached anymore. And that's why sports kind of sucks, right? Like it's not nearly as good as it used to be. It does. Here's the thing. Everybody's like, well, their sports viewership's down from what it once was. And they're like, well, it's because social media and all this shit. No, there's way more people now than there ever was. And everyone has a fucking TV. The reason it's down is because it kind of sucks. Like, it's like football's not fun to watch. You can't fucking hit anybody. Basketball's not fun to watch. These fucking every time, dude. And listen, I'm a diehard basketball fan. I will turn my TV on an hour and a half and watch the Grizzlies play the Raptors. But even me, like even our players, like if you watch a basketball game, every time a guy goes in the lane and goes towards the net, he goes, like literally asks for every player. There's not one who doesn't do it. Dude, flopping or looking for a call.
I hate it. I can't watch basketball all the time because it drives me fucking insane.
It's nuts, man, that these guys go looking for calls. But what I'm saying is like the players to me, that's too much power, man. You get paid all these millions and millions of dollars, and you go to the GM and just because you don't like this coach, he has to go. Dude, if you're winning games and I'm the GM, I don't give a fuck if you're Giannis, if you're Dame Lillard, fuck off.
Yeah.
Are we winning? Are we the second team in the fucking East right now? And the East is tougher than the West right now. Make no mistake.
Oh, hell yeah.
And which is
East
crazy. Which is crazy
Yeah,
because the West was like the most dominant forever, literally since pretty much
Thunder. I mean,
from Jordan till
Thunder
now, it was the West. I thought
the Thunder is at 30-13 right now.
the Thunder's the number one team in the
Timberwolves at
NBA right now.
30-13.
Yeah.
Like, Nuggets are at 31-14. Like,
Yeah. What'd you say?
Celtics crushing, though.
What'd you say the Thunder were at?
Thunder is at 30-13.
Wow, 2 years, 2 more, and that's what Josh Giddey likes. That's the age that Josh Giddey's a fan of. 15.
Damn.
Fuck.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
John, hold on. John, do you have anything to leave us with? Leave us with some words of wisdom. Can we get something from John?
I think that's actually a pretty good making a joke of that fucking guy. That's a good way to end it. Advice? I don't know.
Not even advice, just words of wisdom. What do you want to leave these people with?
I don't know.
Don't be so soft. Don't be soft, everybody.
I'm not soft right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm far from soft.
I've been sucking off of
SUP life advice at gmail.com, ladies and
All right,
gentlemen.
we're bringing back the dreams and the advice next week, ladies and gentlemen. Email John at suplifeadvice@gmail.com. Paul, what's the email?
suplifeadvice@gmail.com.
John,
Just say
what's the
up.
email?
suplifeadvice@gmail.com.
Yeah, you don't. Paul's right. You don't have to send in. A dream or advice, even though we've been gone a long time. You've probably had a
you
lot
can
of
also
dreams.
send it to our Instagram too.
Yep,
I'll
send it
read
to our
that.
Instagram as
Sure.
well.
It's a lot easier to messages.
We
Here's
should-
the other thing too.
We should get on
Stop.
here too and maybe try to do a live podcast like once a month, maybe. Think that would be fun with the comments where we can read everything. That's how we
Yeah,
get
I'm
canceled.
into it,
Though.
boy.
We get canceled with no editing. I think that's
Yeah, no editing.
It's
If
tough to
People
hold
only knew how
back.
much stuff got edited out.
It's
man.
told to hold back these dogs.
Dude, we should release whenever we close up shop for this podcast for good, we should release the cutting room floor version where it's everything that we edited
No,
out.
then then Shinedown's for sure getting canceled. John's never getting a job again. I'm getting fired from whatever job I'm at.
That's true.
Your daughter
That's
leaves
true.
you.
All bad. Yeah. She takes me to court to cancel me.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Fuck.
check out Manscaped. We love you guys. We'll see you next week. We missed you. We hope you missed us, and we'll see you soon, nerds.
Deuces.
We didn't clap before we started either.
I did. You
Okay.
fucking asshole.
Hey, let's do the Manscaped ad now, and then we'll just put it in somewhere in the middle.
Are we still doing that?
The code still works.
All right,
Are we
fuck
shutting
it.
off OBS for now? What are we doing?
No, let's record this.
I just stopped recording it.
I'll
but-
record it. It's all good. I'll just have it for mine. All right. And Paul, how is your pelvic area looking?
I mean, it's attached.
That's good. John, how about you? We know what John's looks like. We need to
Nah,
do a
we don't
live
want
version
to.
of
It's a
Chase.
good looking kid.
It's attached with the hair on there. Like not a lot, but I keep it.
Mine is wild right now, but I am going to take care of that because I am going to use Manscaped. Manscaped is an all-encompassing razor, beard trimmer, ball trimmer.
Do you guys use your ball trimmer to
Trim your asshole?
Actually, I actually lined up my mustache with it today.
Do you smell it every once in a while? You're just,
No. But I do use the
two
Manscaped
separate
spray.
ones.
The Manscaped spray is where it's at. Ladies and gentlemen, go to manscaped.com. Use the code SUP to get your percentage off. What percentage? We don't know. We're shocked that it still works as you are. So
Go
Not
buy
only
it.
do you
Who
get
cares?
Discount, a percentage off the bundle you pay. You're also get a discount, and you're gonna get some of the hair off your nutsack.
listen,
send us. We want to see you,
See,
you
send us
freshly
pictures.
shaved. We want to see
Send
a
us
freshly.
pictures.
You don't
We
have
wanna
to
see
show
the
us the
pictures.
junk, but we want to see the Manscaped area and how let's see some designs here, people. Get creative.
Do
I'm
the
gonna prop
SUP
plate.
triangle.
I need the landing strips, people.
Yeah,
Yes.
Correct
I
me
wanna
into
see-
your landing strip.
Yes.
Dude, we don't want
Bring in
landing.
those-
Dude, we don't want landing strips. We want rice fields. We
I
want to
want
see.
that. Fuck. I want a tarmac of just fucking thrashed shit.
Go buy your Manscaped shaver, please.
Go to manscaped.com.
It
Use the
makes it
code
smell good for
SUP
us.
for your percentage off. And thank you guys very much.